You didn't fall out of love with him. You fell in love with someone who doesn't exist yet, and you've been waiting for the real man in front of you to catch up. And the hardest part is that you don't even realize you're doing it. There is a quiet kind of heartbreak that no one warns you about. It doesn't come from someone leaving. It doesn't come from betrayal. It comes from loving a person while secretly grieving the version of them you thought they'd become. You met him. You saw him clearly. The way he laughed, the way he held his coffee cup with both hands, like it was something precious. The way he said your name like it was a soft place to land. You loved him, really loved him. And then, somewhere along the way, something shifted. You started looking past him, past the man he is, toward the man he could be. The promotion he hasn't gotten yet, the emotional vocabulary he hasn't learned yet, the confidence he hasn't grown into yet. The version of him who texts back faster, plans the trips, reads the books you recommend, knows what to say in the hard moments, without needing to be taught. You stopped dating him and started dating a blueprint. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Psychologists have studied this for decades. The mind has a tendency to replace real, complex people with idealized versions of them, and then fall in love with the projection instead of the person. It's not something you do on purpose. It's something your mind builds quietly. From every story you've heard, every moment you felt unseen, every version of love you were taught to expect. And before you realize it, you're not relating to the person in front of you. You're relating to a version of them that hasn't arrived yet. And when he doesn't match that version, you don't leave. You do something stranger. You stay and you wait. You wait for him to grow into the story. That is what addiction to potential actually is. It is not hope. Hope sees clearly and still chooses. Potential addiction doesn't see it all. It says, I love who you could be. I love who you are almost. I love you, on the condition that you become. And here is the quiet cost. He feels it, even when you don't say it. He feels the way your eyes look past him. He feels the unspoken measurement. He feels that he is being loved and graded at the same time. And slowly, the man who used to laugh freely around you starts performing, starts trying to become the version you're waiting for. Or worse, he starts shrinking because he realizes he will never be enough for a woman who is in love with someone who isn't him. Now listen carefully, because this next part is where everything shifts. This is the first movement. The second one is harder, because it isn't just him. It's your mother, who you keep waiting to finally say the thing she's never going to say. It's your sister, who you keep wishing would understand you the way you understand her. It's your best friend, who you love, but also quietly wish would be more ambitious, more emotionally available, more the person you think she has inside her somewhere. You do this with everyone. You are rarely with the people you love. You are with the imagined versions of them, the upgraded ones, the healed ones, the ones who finally grew up, the ones who finally saw you. And while you are busy loving those phantoms, the real people are standing right there, unreceived, unseen, trying to reach a woman whose attention is always slightly elsewhere. There is a concept in relational psychology, sometimes described as the ghost in the room. Every relationship has one. It is the imagined person we keep comparing the real one to. And every moment we spend with the ghost is a moment we are not spending with the person who actually showed up. Think about that. The friend who drove across town to bring you soup didn't match the imaginary friend who would have known what to say. So you thanked her quickly and thought about what was missing. The mother who showed up in the only way she knew how didn't match the mother in your mind who would have held you differently. So you received her love with one hand behind your back. You have been loving people with a measuring tape in your pocket, and the tragedy is that they have been trying. They have been loving you in the language they actually speak, and you have been waiting for them to learn a different one. Now, breathe. Because this next part is the one that will sit with you the longest. You have been doing this to yourself too. The woman you actually are right now, the one reading this, the one with the unfinished projects and the unhealed places and the body that isn't quite what you want it to be and the bank account that isn't quite where you planned. She's not the woman you love. The woman you love is the one you're going to be after the glow up, after the healing, after the career takes off, after the weight, after the apartment, after the relationship gets easier, after you finally become her. You have been addicted to a future self and treating your present self like a rough draft. You look in the mirror and you don't see a woman. You see a work in progress. You see someone who isn't done yet. And you have decided, quietly, that she doesn't deserve your full love until she gets there. Do you hear how cruel that is? You are asking a woman to become extraordinary, while withholding from her the one thing that actually helps people grow: being loved as they are. The research on self-compassion is clear. People who treat themselves with warmth in their current state don't become lazy. They don't settle. They actually grow faster. Because growth does not come from self-rejection. Growth comes from a secure base. And you cannot build a secure base inside a woman you refuse to love until she changes. So here is the reframe. Presence is not the opposite of ambition. Presence is the soil ambition needs to grow in. Loving who is here is not settling. Settling is when you love who isn't here and call the waiting a relationship. The practice is not lowering your standards. The practice is raising your attention. Start with the man. Look at him, the actual one, not the projection. Notice the way he already loves you, in the language he has. Let that count. Then the friends, the family. Meet them where they are, not where you've been waiting for them to arrive. And then, the hardest one. Come home to the woman you are today. The one with the soft stomach and the tired eyes and the dreams she hasn't caught yet. Put down the blueprint. Let her be loved, in draft form, because she is not a rough copy of someone better. She is the only one who is ever going to get you here, and she deserves to finally be seen by you.